Hey, if you're over.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
I can only hope we encounter fewer complications than we did at the monastery.
Bullet could solve a lot of problems, provided we can reach DeVries before she enacts her plan to kill the delegates.
I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Passar took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
Well said. I've never met a foe I couldn't pound into submission.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
Always up to erase an erratic variable.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Commander, if you've a moment, setting aside my obvious there is a bloodlessness to her nature. The killer's icy resolve. She's dangerous. Any feat that was all I had on. I do not like the look of that rift. I do not like it one bit.
That ship seems out of place here. Worth a once-over.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With tensions being patched in Golden Range, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts?
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger, but an alliance. By ending the war, we may focus on the true threat to our society, the risks.
Looks like Earth Directorate handiwork. Not familiar with the model.
Be still, Cadre. But don't let this interloper out of your sight. It's you, is it not? The one Agent DeVries warned me to expect? Well, see here. If you intend to stop me, you're far too late. I certainly don't wish it. Yet my health is of far less import than ensuring our mission success. I've already cleared the way for my associates into the station.
Look at yourself, fool. A traitor bereft of allies. Spill your plans, or the rest of us shall have no choice but to spill your innards.
You'll do no such thing. My willpower is stout, my loyalty unshakable. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. If our deaths by Agent that matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. But I am steadfast in my resolve. You hear me? Steadfast. Don't toy with me, fiend! I'll not have it, but it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent DeVries is right. The only way to save us from destruction is to save the Order from itself. True, if we want to preserve the Order, we shouldn't kill our own. But I fear that eventually the rot of beguilement will eat us from within. Indeed, you may be right. A single weed is easier to stamp out than a meadow full of them. Fine then. I surrender. See this screen? Agent DeVries' orders for each of her strike teams are here for the taking. One team is in the next chamber, in fact. They're using the Seer's codes to gain control of the Automax and secure the station. All while Agent DeVries makes for the Forum chamber to eliminate the delegates. You'll also need this. Her guards have commandeered some frightful reinforcements, and you'd do well to find the control hub to disable them before you're spotted. That's my end of the agreement upheld. If you truly intend to stop her, best be on your way now. May the numbers guide you.
If only all our foes yielded so easily. Let's review the data, shall we?
At its height, Greater Tranquility Station over... Ah, despite this facility's age, these deterrents still function. The wonder of Protectorate technology. Though it does mean we'll have to seek ingress elsewhere.
It seems your sovereign is regarded as...
I'd bet bits to Borstwurst. That's going to need a new fuse.
is good. If the Protectorate's own leader is being... He and his ilk won't anticipate an alliance.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in Distinct will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested. But his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Negative. Recharge incomplete.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation for putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter.
Look there. Automechs. And hostile by my measure. I'm not one to balk from a fight, but a direct confrontation may be unfavorable.
Path to ascendancy is non-linear, so it says in the good textbook. Yes?
Combat probable.
Positive token.
Hypothesis. After some quick mental calculations, I do see merit in your last declaration.
I could, but
It
alas,
was
it's not charged.
astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an old man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for toning down your bloviating. I feared we'd still be here next fiscal quarter.
Yes, you must be quite busy between product launches and hunting bits. but I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the Order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Source of this.
Backward scan. Standing by to stupefy.
At your word, I shall charge!
Apologies. But no target,
This is
no
Junior
attack.
Exemplar Daniels. I am currently practicing logging as a mental calming routine as a measure to delay my panic. Junior Exemplar Ivanov and I have been working to isolate a circuitry inefficiency of 0.03% in the upper reaches of Greater Tranquility Station. The two of us are predisposed to intense focus. We've worked in isolation for weeks before. The others have warned us time and time again to check in regularly for posterity. We should have listened. In our absence, the station was somehow staffed by hostile mechanicals. We managed to capture one and remove the module producing its hostility. Ivanov was supposed to test it on another unit, but
I'd like to discuss
heard
your
an
efforts on
explosion
Paradise
from where he
Island.
went.
We may have no
and I
physical
am too
presence there,
frightened
but
to
we
go
are
off.
ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to find your hold. Worrisome indeed. Neither of our parties has enough goodwill with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint prediction to come to that conclusion? Did your numbers give you insight into the case was unwind?
This unit welcomes you to the utility H. My records do not indicate praise.
good spot for what I used to call... Good spot for an ambush. Mind your corners.
This next shot will miss. What are you doing down there? Attack the stage and conquer. I can hear you scampering around like a sprite.
Lethal measures at the ready.
Solution. Refraining from a gratuitous battle cry to improve combat efficiency by 1.4%. I can hear you scampering around.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
What are you doing down there?
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Those automech override codes should be used. Should be useful about now. Mech controls are nearby.
You'll go no further, infidel. This next shot will miss. I can hear you scampering around like a sprite.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Straight.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I can hear you. Scampering around like a little
No
sprout.
command on my scopes.
From a gratuitous family line to improve combat efficiency by 1.4.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
For your logical fallacy, avoiding problematic.
Combatant scan.
I shall not delay your execution. Under your prepare for absolution.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Mike. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
What are you doing down there?
Take your patience. I'm not ready.
Check your scopes for combat. Commander.
That was a nice exercise, but I suspect our time is more limited than either of us realize. Let's move quick, lest those delegates of yours meet a grim end.
We came here in good faith to offer a merger and an alliance. And yet, our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Ruth Lazar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people. But until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight pales in comparison to Annie.
Might as well be served up on a platter. We don't have much time.
This was a decisive victory over a strategic location which promises high returns.
So you think your people should rule? Shall I remind you that you failed to gain ground or even take the Vox relay yourself? Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my plans, only for me to submit you to an untimely end, though I'd no wish to. I only did what was necessary back on Horizon Point, and I am fully prepared to do so again. These delegates you came to save. I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here. Or to remember you at all. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. You should. We can't let Auntie's ilk obtain the prototype or the rift data from the Earth Directorate satellite. Combining them means they'd have the power to control the rifts. The Order alone should have this power. They can be trusted to close the rifts. But if they share this knowledge with Auntie's Choice, the entire galaxy's existence will be at risk. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how the Order must...
As a member of the Order for a few decades, I might have something to say about all that. Backing up just a moment, I'm intrigued by your layperson's grasp of Order teachings. Oh, and also your unsophisticated, though exceedingly confident attempts at reasoning.
And just who in the Void are you supposed to be? Some attention-starved initiate tricked into following the Commander here? Who are you, really?
Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. I once held the role of head intercessor.
Oh, Law, you're... the endpoint? Just stay back. You won't stop me from doing what I must.
You believe you understand the Order, do you? Being enlisted as an outside agent is nothing compared to a lifetime devoted to contemplation and calculation. I'd suggest you have a superficial understanding at best, and thus ought to seriously reconsider your present course of action.
There's nothing to understand about the Order. It's a mathematical cult deluded into thinking it can govern.
Oh, you don't know, do you? How the paradigm is a fiction. How Protectorate planning was based off Order predictions, and how your perfect society is now crumbling without us.
You're trying to rattle me. It will not work.
Your so-called experts were the ones who set me on this path to begin with. It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Just moments ago, you meant to kill me where I stood. What other options could there possibly be to save the Order from itself? The fact that they're even entertaining a partnership with a void-damned corporation puts the lie to that. Proves they'll sell their precious beliefs if it's convenient enough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. But there's no point in living if I failed my mission. Again! After Horizon Point, the belief that I did enough to save the galaxy and everyone in it faded. That rift in the sky was my own failure, mocking me, tormenting me. I could hardly bear it these past few years, and I can't do it any longer. Yes. one of the Earth Directorate's tenets. No plan is set in stone. No obstacle is too great. Even if the stakes are this grave, perhaps it still holds true. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but I just didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the Rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype Rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. That's kind. But there's a reason I only ever worked alone, Commander. I'm at my limit. I know you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your... It may be through... Wait, what in the void is that?
Give us a moment's respite. Time for a tactical retreat, I say.
Follow me, quick!
Stop for anything. No time to dally.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our Rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries' assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Accomplishing this mission will be 87.4% more challenging without the assistance of Auntie's Choice or the Order. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? This unit strongly advises against randomly pressing buttons on the astrogator, unless death is the desired outcome. Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, it appears you know.
What is wrong with you? You benched me, even when you knew how important this mission was to me. And you let her live. How could you? After all the damage she's caused, after what she did to us at Horizon Point. I should have seen the signs. I knew you weren't fit to lead. And yet I fooled myself into believing in the promise of you. Give me one good reason why I should spend a single moment more under your command. Do I? I need some space for now. But I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Once I stop seeing red.
I'm glad we made it off Greater Tranquility Station. Presumably the delegates did as well. I'm pleased we prevented their murder. But they remain my enemies, peddling a false peace. I only hope we do not pay for this decision in the future. But let us focus on the task at hand, saving Arcadia from the rifts. I have not yet brought the Supreme Arbiter's murderer to justice. If I were to depart now, I would be back at... Very well.